It's a rainy day, so this felt like the right thing to make. Today, we're making classic banana bread. The first thing we're gonna do is get our dry ingredients ready. So I like to weigh my flour, and then we're gonna add our baking soda, baking powder, and salt, and we're gonna put this off to the side. This is a kind of banana bread that stays moist, slices clean, and actually tastes like bananas. The key isn't tricks or shortcuts, it's just technique and good ingredients. Good baking doesn't mean expensive ingredients, but it does mean quality ones. Real butter, fresh eggs, good vanilla, and bananas that are fully ripe. These small choices add up to better flavor and better texture. Now that the dry ingredients are ready, we're going to move on to the wet ingredients. We're going to start with creaming our butter and sugar just until smooth. You can either mix this by hand or use a standard mixer with the paddle attachment and just go for a few minutes until that mixture becomes nice and smooth and fluffy. Now we're going to move on to our bananas. So honestly, these bananas could be really black and they'd make a really good banana bread. But at this point, they're still yellow, but our kids won't eat them like this. So we're just going to go ahead and make a bread with them anyway. Once these are done, the recipe does call for some sour cream, so I'll pull out my scale and then I'll just go ahead and weigh my sour cream and get that ready. Make sure you're always scraping on the sides of the bowl and the attachment as well to make sure you're getting everything all fully incorporated. At this point, it's not really a matter of over mixing anything because we haven't added the dry ingredients, so I'm not worried about that. We're gonna go ahead and add our vanilla, and then we're gonna add in our eggs. You'll slowly add your eggs in and just mix these in until it becomes one nice smooth batter. Then we'll add our bananas and sour cream and continue to mix. I do like to turn the mixer off from time to time and just scrape down the sides of the bowl and the attachment to make sure it's all nice and smooth. At this point, we're gonna add our dry ingredients to our wet ingredients. I like to mix everything that's in there that's dry just to make sure it's all evenly dispersed. And then I'll just add in my flour to the batter. And you want to just really quickly mix this and not over mix it. Now we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees and we're going to get our chocolate chips out to put in this batter. And for some reason, my kids always know when the chocolate chips are out and they come over and they got to have some. All right, so we're going to go back to making our batter. We're just going to add about 1.5 cups of chocolate chips in there. We're going to really quickly mix this together. We're talking about just mixing it for a couple seconds in the mixer here until it looks like that. And now I need to butter our pan. You could use a spray and it would work, but that's not grass-fed butter and it doesn't taste the same. Butter adds flavor around the edges as it bakes and we want this to taste good. Once our pan is properly greased, we'll go ahead and pour the batter into the pan, no more than 2/3 full, and we'll bake this until the loaf is deeply golden brown on top and a toothpick comes out clean. Just before baking it, I also like to tap the pan against the table just to get any air bubbles out of the batter. So this should take about an hour to cook. That's gonna depend on the temperature of the day, your oven, the size of your pan, and a lot of different factors. So rather than go off time, I always like to go off how it looks. And how this is looking right now, it's getting a little too brown on the top, so we're gonna put some foil on there and tent it just to keep it from getting too brown on the top there. And this right here is exactly what you're looking for. It's nice and golden brown on the top and it's cooked through. I'm gonna go right there with the bread, okay?
Hey, oh, money.
Don't touch it, it's hot. Does that look good?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you enjoy from scratch cooking like this, subscribe to this channel. I share a couple videos each week focused on simple techniques and well-made food you can trust.